time to stream. I'm down to stream because I have nothing to do. Usually there's like stuff I can do, but right now there's nothing. I'm down. Yeah, I am streaming. Once I'm going to try to not overkill my senses, and what I mean by that is that I'm going to just have no music until we want to listen to music. So in this, that's going to be annoying because I do not see. Here, I'm sorry, the stream was playing behind, so that's what's going to happen. You're not going to see these things. You're not going to see the music. No music, no sound. I'm tired. I'm tired. My senses, they cannot get it now. It is too much. It is too much. Too much. That's a comfy thing, but the realest, comfiest, most elegant way is the coat. Now I'm drippy as fuck. I look like a countryman, okay? There's no water in this. I need to get some water. I should have done that before stream, but you see, I didn't do it. So today, there's like a bunch of things I want to kind of feel. I don't want to do politics, okay? I feel like the stream I did 2 days ago about politics kind of like really made me feel down. It's like it was interesting. It was an experience. I love doing it once in a while, but at the end, it was just like, oh my god, dude, these people. I felt I was becoming someone I didn't like. You know, like I talked about it. There was a disgust over my reactions, and so that's why I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, and I kind of want to experiment with my gaming commentary. Usually, I'm not that good at like commentating when I play like simple video games. So that's going to be like one of these things. So we can play like some chill ass games. Just do that. Yeah, just move around, play some games, 1 hour each. I think that's a pretty good thing. So it makes for 3 videos. Do I have a timer? I used to have like a timer. What happened to the timer? That's multi-stream. I think that I added a tool for like a timer. I guess I'll just put a timer on Google. That's not too bad, right? Timer, 1 hour timer. Okay. And before we start the game, so we're going to play for an hour and then we're going to play this. So basically my friend gave me this game for my birthday. So I've been playing this a bit. It's quite addicting. I love these comfy games. I really enjoy them because they're kind of just, you do nothing but just collect stuff. It's kind of similar to idle games. And that's going to be, I'm going to practice this thing because like I'm going to just say it as it is. It's going, I know it's kind of like not cool because like, oh, you don't say these things, you know, you don't want to like ruin the experience. You don't want to be like all technical, always practice. Like, no, you don't want to see that. You practice without telling it. But you know, I prefer being honest. I'm going to say it that way. I'm going to say it that way. Okay. Enough Twitter. I keep like going back. Oh my god! Keyboard chat. Is there also like a way to mark? I don't like I'm doing this right now to mark when I want to make a clip. Like, oh, I press a button and tells me like when to clip. Is there actually like a thing to make clips here? I'm curious, actually. Is there a way to make clips? I just press a button and it makes clips. Like, even if they're bad, I can just rework them afterwards, right? Let's try something, actually. You said player picture in picture? Because it's annoying to make a clip afterwards. So I can just put markers, like, oh, there was like funny moment there. Boop, 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 boop. I don't think so. I don't think I could be able to like just like mark the timers, like when there's a nice part here. Oh, maybe laps actually. I've got an idea. I mean, my phone doesn't have battery right now, but you see like, oh, you can have laps on your phone here. stopwatch. You start the stream, and then you press lap. Each time there's like a funny thing a bit before. But that's going to be annoying. I need to like also like see it, which is another skills. Anyway, we can like work on this thing for like forever. It's a skill that never ends. So let's go. Outpath. Outpath. Cozy game for your second monitor because I'm not really good at these things. Usually a big commentator upon culture, upon a lot of things. Yeah, let's see. Let's see now. Let's press play here and play the game. You know what I'm saying? Often like try to like break the game. Sometimes there's a way to just play what everyone does. Don't try to question the morality of the main thing. Just do it. Just make it. Load island. Let's go. So basically, I've played a while, and maybe those games are less cameras. Oh, it's fine. I can put a camera on. So basically, you unlock island that unlocks new characters. Not new characters, new materials. Matériel. Des nouveaux matériels. Et c'est après ça que tu peux collecter plus de choses. Et avec ces choses, tu fais encore plus d'outils. Et avec les outils, tu deviens riche. And everything expands. Until you did it. Until it's the end. And you did it. Okay. So basically my plan right now is that I've got a bunch of money here at the top left. And I need to do stuff with that. I don't need to like say that much. I don't think I need to tell my YouTube Let's Play, dude. My crazy YouTube Let's Plays. Okay, why is everything empty here? I don't understand. I need to this island. This is not a good island. I can pay to like remake these little ILO. Let's call it that. ILOs. I don't know why it all got empty like that. It must be like because I left the game. That's interesting. Okay, so you see there's like a bunch of things here that I can use. They're going to be the thing that are going to make more stuff out because that's a game. We make stuff. There's more stuff that gets out of it. And then I need to eat some cheese. So I ate some cheese. I'm not on anymore. Okay. Basically, again, what am I supposed to do here? I think I was trying to make this one table to build something. And that table was asking me to get a lot of blush plank, which is really annoying because those blush plank ask for blushy leaves. And blushy leaves are expensive. They're like long to collect. And they're not doing much. Okay, this gives me a this too. Oh my god, 38. Sell everything. Sell everything to the shops. Become rich. Become rich. It gathers from the item. Break nearby resources. That's a bigger one. Actually, with the money, I prefer upgrading my skills. Sometimes there's like better things to upgrade with this. And that could be interesting. 152. 152 for it. Creature spawns. Creature drop more resources. Press click damage. Click damage. Magic weapon. That is too expensive. 1 million points for more credits? No. I guess we can keep our money. I guess the only thing that seems to be like interesting is increase item drop quantity from resources. This thing maxed out. We get the max add-on. the max amount of items from things. That's crazy playing this game after all the atrocities I made in the war. The war against I don't know if I have an idea. The war against something. There's a way that if you really want to play the game well, you need to like become the game, an extension. You need to like feel like you're part of the game. I think a lot of times I'm not enough into the game. You know, I don't feel my attention being inside of the game. Like the world is not an extension of me. Something like that. Okay, so like I said, there's nothing much I can do right now. But collect more stuff to get like the shit going. I need a lot of blushy leaves, and blushy leaves are quite annoying to get. I could get this thing, this thing. I need one. That's easy. I can do that. I can do that. I can make this. I need 5, a bunch of terrestrial, a lot of living souls. That's possible too. Way possible. I need more ingot. What? I need more gold. I need more gold. Give me the gold. I need the gold to build more stuff. And that's the thing, is that boring? I feel like it's just boring to tell what I see on the screen. I feel like there's a lot of YouTubers that does that and there's no problem. But it feels kind of like not epic enough. But maybe that's the thing. It's not supposed to be epic. I'm playing video games, dude. It doesn't need to be that big. You don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. Okay? You don't get it. Don't get it. Talking like that, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just like going around talking to the camera about nothingness, pretending to be a YouTuber. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's funny. It's funny. It's kind of silly. It breaks my character. Okay? Maybe it doesn't break my character if you know me that way, but like I feel it doesn't match. It doesn't match the seriousness of like the other things I try to put myself on, you know, like perfectionism. Is that a thing? Perfectionism. I'm going everywhere. I have no I need some beer. I'm trying to explain how it feels, okay? Because it is quite like a meditation, okay? Like a weird ass meditation that I play kids game and I just record myself on stream. Okay, well, we don't have much to do, so I guess I'll just collect more. That's the thing with streaming and like playing these games. I'm way too like I need to shut off my brain. I need to become head empty to like enjoy making commentary for that. Like no need to be super like intellectual or nothing, dude. Just look at the pretty flowers, break these things. Hope it's not too loud. It shouldn't be too loud. It's a game. It doesn't need to be that loud. It kind of breaks me because it asks me to be like in a certain way, but my brain isn't really made for these things. That's why I feel it's interesting to break myself a bit with that. Try to not be like shame. You know, I think it's shame. I'm not sure if it's really shame. It might be like something else, but I'm not sure what it would be. But sometimes I need to keep talking, you know? I need to practice that. In 3 years, I probably like got better at this thing though. Like even if I feel the teams are always back to like, oh, I'm not doing enough. Which it is a pattern. It is a pattern of the things I'm talking about. It's always, what can I improve instead of just saying stuff. The teams itself becomes meta, dude. It's like meta-analysis. Which is kind of epic if you ask me, but... Oh, I'm going to die of eat. There's no sound. I didn't think about it. I need to eat. We get rid of this cat? It's over. It's over. We have a new period of time, okay? Look how everything is going to move. Oh my god. Oh my, everything is anew. Everything is anew. Do you see that? Everything is anew. I am new character, new setup. Obs can dance the other side. We've extended. We've upgraded. We're now at a new position. What if I put my camera into a new place? I don't think it's my best profile though. I don't think that's my best profile. Is that my best? Crafting ghost. What is crafting ghost? I need to. That's the thing. I need to get this thing here. That costs way too much like petals. I don't know how to like really. Bugs. Let's catch the bugs. How to make more because I need to. There's probably a way to make these things spawn more. So I'll have like more petals. Lushy leaves. That's what they call it. That's like how the game calls it. That's how the game called it. Let's kill Groot there. I just killed Groot. There's a way that, you know, when I play this game, instead of like using the rush. Okay, think about it. Commentary is like anything else. I'm going to use materials that I'm going to play with them into like a well creative way. Okay? But like instead of using the materials on the screen and being creative with those, I decide to use materials like my stress and my anxiety and my performance issues instead of actually using the thing on the screen like those flowers and making stuff out of them. I mean it's still interesting. It's just like it's there's only me that's like find that interesting. And it's not even fun to listen. It's fun to like talk about. It's not fun to listen, I'm pretty sure. There's also this thing. I could make this. Actually, I could make it. I need a lot of like these things. But for that, I need a lot of stone. And they're not giving me the stone. They're not giving me the stone. I need way more stone than that. We need to find a way to get more stones. More stone, please. More stone. Maybe there's like a recipe I can get here. This is too expensive. It asked me for this thing. That's not happening. I'll use to craft gems. I don't care. It will click on some building dropping their items. Okay, that's auto-collecting stuff. Which, do I need auto-collecting? Not that much. Not that much. I mean, I could like automatize, generate stuff like that goes automatically, but it's not that useful. Like 7 ingot, a lot of bush plank. I need to find a way to get like bush plank, like these things. How do I get massive bush plank? I do not know. I do not know. They're clearly not my best work. When I play these games, it's clearly not my best commentary. And I keep doing it because I guess there's something still in there. Even if it's not the best. I'm not even sure if I actually enjoy doing these commentaries. Like, I'm doing it, but like... Stretcher drops more resources. Time, reduce construction. Everything is cheaper. That's what we need. That's what we need. That's what we need. There's Duracell. Someone making Duracell. We need these things too. They're expensive in gold. It never ends. It never ends. It needs so much gold, dude. I'm not making enough gold, and these things are empty. Okay, well I don't need that much. Okay. Maybe it's time to make something here. Make another great thing. It's not making any gold. That's a thing. I need to keep like going into the filter, which is not what I'm trying to do. I need a lot of rocks too. Golding, I need more gold. I need more gold. It never ends. Never ends. Okay. Never ends. It's good to play these games because they're making me feel a certain way when I stream them. I know I just repeated that, but that's where the richness is. There's a richness into like the introspection it gives me. The sort of like commentary that arises because of how dry these games are. How dry these games are, and like what are the patterns that just emerge out of my speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel I keep repeating the same thing. It's like my brain goes in circles, which is probably how our brain works. I'm pretty sure it's really easy for the brain to just go in circle. You know, say the same things, get the things out. Search for commentary.exe. Say, talk about meta-analysis of your own commentary, and that's the whole thing. It never ends. Maybe I'm just autistic. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Really? Who knows? I've got a bunch of like leaves actually. Maybe we can do something now. Maybe we can do something now. There we go. We can make at least 10. Which is still not a lot. It's still way less than what I need. But I think that's enough to get the summoning table. We need to kill a bunch of people. We need to kill a bunch of people. Okay, not to be meta-analysis, but instead of doing a joke and practicing jokes, my brain doesn't. That's the thing. Oh my god, dude. It's like the analytic side. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, you know what 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 I mean, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Ooh, there's cows there. Let's kill them. You know what I mean, you know what I mean. No, I need the souls. I need the souls. Maybe if I stop caring about quality, maybe I'll be free. Maybe I'll be free. I'll be free once I stop. Once the brain doesn't care, you'll be free. I'll be free. I'll be like a king on top of the mountain, seeing the whole world in front of me. Where's the slime? Each time that I'm going to say something that is quite the thing I'm going to do. My brain is just lagging. That's the thing. My brain is just lagging. My brain is just lagging, and it does everything that happens. It just lags. It just lags. It just lags. So is the camera good there? I feel silly. I feel so silly. Oh, that's the worst. No, that's great. That's great, dude. That's actually great. You know what? That's actually great. You make no sense. Your sentence don't even end. Kill Groot. There's no jokes, actually. There's no joke. There's jokes. The humor is from the absurdity and the randomness and the lack of focus and the chaos that occurs. See, I'm back to analyzing. I'm back to analyzing. I cannot free myself. I cannot free myself. I'm stuck in a body of flesh. Okay, how many like leaves I have now? I collected a bunch of things here. 172. We can clearly make a mining pot here. Go. And I need the rest steel. Now I'm bored. Now I'm bored. Now that I've like said everything I could have said about meta-analyzing my own speech, and my own focus, I'm dried up. I'm actually dried up now. I'm actually dried up. We're going to have difficulties finding other stuff. I'm not even focusing on the game. That's the thing. That's the thing. I'm not even focusing on the game. Like, I'm not outside my head. See, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. Do we light the camera? Maybe the that's so. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Keep on going. Keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. It's fine. We're going to have results here. Okay. We're going to have results. The results are there. Don't flee. Don't flee. Don't flee. Stay in the prison of video game. Play for 100 games day. Stay in the prison. Stay in the mental prison that is commentary and being a YouTuber. Imagine if L actually was just like being a YouTuber. That's just hell. That just happens. You go to hell and you're forced to play video games and make commentaries about games you don't even want or have nothing to say about. Increased damage per click combo? I don't care. Critical damage? I don't care. Nothing. More resources out of things? I don't care. That's 12k. That's nothing. I don't mind this. It's fine. Okay, all the money now is going to just be invested into the research. There's a bunch of things we can do. Like this thing, I'm not going to be able to buy. Gathers item from the floor from 15 meters. Can up to 9 items. Which is not that much. Craft gem. That could be fun. Click stuff on purpose. I'm researching this. I want to make gems. Let's see what that do. Oh, we can have a summoning table. Hell yeah. Summoning table. And its synergies with this thing. Let's put it here. Let's put it here. We have like the perfect space for this magic thing. The spirits are now called upon. Crafting ghost. It will speed up the crafting of working station by 50%. Wait, that's kind of cool. It will break things and pick up items. Wait, that's kind of cool. It will slay creatures and drop their loot. It will kill animals and drop 3 living souls in their loot. Wow. I will need a lot of souls, so I'm going to try this guy. It will kill animal and bring them their soul. I want to try like how good is that. And while it's doing that, to min-max the amount of animals, there's a way to make potions here. So we're going to make that. Now we have potions that are going to spawn animals. We're going to also have this one bone staff that's going to make animals. We still use the site. Okay, so now let's see what they do. 15 minutes and they do a bunch of damage. Okay. And then there's a way we could like get to our arena. Okay, I think that's going to be a good call. We need to make an arena. Because that's how we're going to kill them easily. Go here. Because we need anyways like gold. That's going to be the arena because we have this thing that kills the enemy. That's going to be so epic. That is going to be so epic. You don't even like understand. It's going to be so epic. So for making the arena, what I wanted to do is that there's this thing, there's this item. Oh, I don't have Durasteel for it. Yes, we're not going to do that thing. We're just going to eat potions. Drink. Summon. bone staff. Maximum allow. Oh my god, there's enough creatures already. Okay. Let's get a bunch of souls. We need like so much souls. Okay, okay. If it keeps me on the side, please. I would enjoy keep this on the side. Where are the animals? Someone go. I summoned it. What now? Is he doing something? I don't see a lot of enemies. That's the thing that's annoying with this game. It's like sometimes it's not clear. Like, what are they doing? Oh, there's an enemy there. And the spirit is not like, can I summon many at the same time? Is that a thing you do? I'm going around trying to find animals or like little creatures, but it's not really good. It's not doing much. 27? Okay, they bring 27 out of a sudden. How do I stream this game? How do I make commentary about this game? I'm trying to reinvent commentary and it's not working, okay? There's like nothing much to do here. Bring me the soul! Bring me the soul, my soldiers! Bring me the souls! Bring me the soul! I'm not made for YouTube commenting, okay? That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it, because I'm not made for it, so it's kind of like, I need it now. Kill! Bring me the soul. I need like 15 of them. Crafting ghost, that's what we call it. You know what? I can spam this. It works. It works pretty fine, actually. Is there a resurge like where I can just spam instead? Give me the soul. Gather 300 living souls. Yes. More souls. Give me the souls. I hope after this like grind, I'm going to have like enough souls. How much do I need? I need like 15 of them. Each one cost, I don't know how much. And that's the thing, they work in I need this. Never mind. Not going to be a long stream tonight, that's for sure. 53! Okay, I'm way ahead of what I needed. I just need 15. There we go. Streaming in silence too. That's a new one. That's a new one. Just research like these things. Let's see how expensive they are. Allow you to craft gems. Okay, and there's like a synergy with this thing here. I'm going to bring this. Because like some craftings are better alongside other things. For example, like this thing. Ting 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 tang tong. Oh. Sapphire, emerald, amber. Okay, that's it. I can just make these things. Oh, I can make minerals out of wheat, flour, and water. Ooh. Oh, I can make it. Oh, wait, that's so powerful. Now I can also make like bait, equipment, and use for fishing rod grants treasure spawn rate. Oh, it's not okay. I thought I was crafting these guys. Craft. I thought I could like spawn spore flies. I was like, that's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. That's kind of what I need. And we're going to be able to upgrade here. Well, I should have slept. It's fine. Okay, so we're going to go to the top of this thing. And it's going to be really epic. Because like you'll see, we're going to make something really cool. Look. We gift all of them. And now it disappear. And then new island appeared. It's going to be a new way. A new way of living. New cultures. It's snow biome, white peaks. Wow. They asked me for a bunch of things. This game is just that. It's just when you finish one island, you get another one that you need more stuff. Oh, little bunny. Little bunny. That's oh, he got killed. He literally got killed. Glider allow you to glide by holding the jump key button. Okay. Shiny creature will appear with 5 loops and 15 credits. Okay. Octanite deposit. What is that? Cool. Okay, I got a bunch of new recipe too. The grind never stops. The grind never stops. The grind never stops actually. Now I'm bored. Make and saying that's the thing too. When you stream, you are the one that like creates the experience. So right now, the experience I'm making is kind of just being like it's boring. Where'd you die here? I need to go back to the base actually. Now that I've seen what's happening in this corner of the world, I can just make. Wait, I can make a bed actually. There you go. I can stay there. Kind of a waste of time. I'll be honest with you. Kind of a waste of time. Wake up. Wake up. You know what? I think it's funny. I think it's funny to make like these little thing. I'm back to the same thing of like questioning it. It's like it never ends. It's never like can I just enjoy the game? It's never that. It's always like bring back the thoughts. Bring back the thoughts of questioning yourself, your soul, your existence, what you're doing with your commentary, how bad it is. You see, that's how you map yourself. Okay, that's how you map yourself. Isn't there any better situation where I can do that? I just don't know how to operationalize it. Okay, if I had the way to operationalize it, it's a tool. It's a tool. It's a tool right now. What is this? I've got so much stuff now. Look at that. What? What? It's so big. So much stuff now I can get. And none of the steel. I need a way to not even care about resources anymore. I want to be able to get the Durasteel like factory rolling. Okay, I don't even need to think about it, which is not happening. It's actually not happening. The world keep on evolving. You see, now I could make these things. I don't know how to find dim shades. I need more stones. But once I've got stones, I can make like looselets. I want to make Durasteel. Durasteel needs more gold, and I'm always lacking gold, actually. That's the thing I'm lacking. Iron, I'm getting... Oh, I can get infinite iron. Iron should be good. Yeah, I just need to deposit everything. Deposit all. All deposit. Just some coal in my inventory. I can like do stuff. I have no stone. I have actually no stone. That's the thing. I need more stone. More iron. Iron should be fine now. We got enough. But like for the gold. For the gold, we're going to need way more gold. The cow is doing some witcher stuff. We're in first Durasteel. I will speed the crafting. I don't care about the crafting station. It's actually really not that bad. Okay. There's nothing much here for me. Craft time and structure is not that bad. The cost of structures is actually kind of interesting to put our money on. Creature spawns. Yeah, that's good. Angel creature. Magic items. We could like wait for the greed upgrade. Move speed. Oh, the passive island. No, the passive island is good. Because now we can like make the passive island just work for itself. It's going to work while we're not there. Okay. So, what is the strategy here? I kind of want to optimize at least their mood. Yeah, the mood is question mark, question mark, question mark. That is the mood. That's why I'm playing this like silly game. I want to be able to also experiment with my commentary. That's my commentary with like these shitty games. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't like what they're giving me. I need more rocks. That's what I need here. I need more rocks. Everywhere is more stone. They're not giving me the stones I need. Can I make the stones here? There's new crafts. This looks just like Minecraft. No, basically, it's not just like Minecraft. It's a really comfy game where you gotta start at this island and you gotta scale. Each time you're going to get like these little island things where you'll get like a bunch of things to upgrade. And once you're able to like, basically, I'll show you where I'm at. You're basically able to... How can I explain this? You got a bunch of totem and it's going to upgrade you new world. And once you're in the new world, like this thing here, you'll be able to unlock new thing. And it's going to say, get these things. And it's a grind game. It's really just a grind game. You do that each time. I don't know how many times the game is asking me for. But you know, it's kind of that. But to be fair, I'm kind of getting tired of this game. I've been talking for 45 minutes. I'm actually not having fun anymore. I wanted to do it, but it's just bad. It's just bad. Commentary is not going out of me the way I would want it to be. Maybe I don't know how. I didn't find like the way to like get myself into like a YouTuber mode. But it's probably like an identity thing. Like I don't know. How are you doing, man? How are you doing, Nick? If you're here, maybe we could do something like together. What could we do? What could we do? What could we do? You missed the politic streams. That was like, kind of cancerous. That was kind of cancerous. Or I might just end here, actually. I could do that too. I feel like I want to stream, but sometimes I don't do. That's why games are cool. I've got this game actually to try, Noita. Get yourself into like the YouTuber commentary, dude. Maybe that's why. I just need to get myself play these games. Play these darn games. Play these darn games, commentate, even if I don't know how. And after a while, I'll be able to like commentate. That's like right, right. Hopefully. It's annoying me. My headphones keeps like going into my chair, dude. What the hell? How did it get so bad into my chair? Why do chair have like legs, dude? It's so annoying for my cable of my headphones. They should have that. Oh, what if we play solo league? Solo queue, maybe that's we need our game. Only one game on stream. Instead of like of this variety bullshit, we play only one game. I said I played Noita, so I guess I need to like keep on with it. Why is my headphones not? I hear it only on one side. Hello? Bullshit. It's only on one side. Oh, wait, I got a little space here. If I move the cable right. It's boring. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's not even good. I'm not funny, dude. I'm not funny. I keep victimizing myself. Makes for a great atmosphere. But that's the richness, I guess, to it, right? That's the richness of it. That's the richness I have for myself when I play these games. Okay, Noita. Get the volume and the graphics right. I don't have the horror game anymore. I have Outlast. We gotta play Outlast. Full screen, real. They have not real and real full screen. That's good. New game. Daily run, daily practice run, new game. Just like get into it. just get into it. I don't want to know any tutorials. Noita Games presents. A bird with an egg. 3 eggs. 1 egg. Cracking the egg. Open the egg. Ooh, yolk, get over. Triangle? Magic? Snake? Magic snake? Yolk? Air? Particle? Mountains? Egg again? Rope? Tree? Noita. Wow. This is so not meme. Doing this let's play is so not meme, so that's why I'm doing it more. I can shoot, okay. Can I go there? Okay, I can. Mushrooms? Equip 1. Water potion. Oh, that's it? I really went there for no reason. God damn it. Like, why give me the option to go there if, like, there's nothing here? What's the point? What's the point of trying? What's the point of right click, or is it left click? Okay. Going to the cave. Okay, I can hit. Dude, I is so far away. What do you mean? What do you mean high? Dude, there's no way I is a thing. Inventory. There must be like another button for inventory. Tab. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, I don't. Why I? What did they put I for? Enter the mine. Okay. Well, we are in the mine indeed. Dude, that's poison. I'm not going into that. I'm sorry. There's no... That's not good water. That's not happening. That seems like... That's an enemy. That's an enemy. He jumps like crazy. That's not good. What is this? What is this? I killed it. And I exploded. Oh, that was close. Okay, there's like... Oh, it's like sand game. You know that one game is like sand games? Where like everything has like physics and like interact with each other? It kind of reminds me of like that game. Get down. Get down. I guess I'll have to get more down. I'll get down, but just through a more safe highway. What about that? We don't want to die here. Okay, that's a 1. Empty slot. Pick up a new magic wand. What is it? What's magic wand? I'm a wizard. I'm a Wizard of Oz, and I'm going to make sure I win. And I've got 3 Damn. I got 3 of these. That's wand. I can go in there. Oh, you know what? I can tank this. I can take this. I can clearly tank this. What? Oh, it TPs me back? That's pretty good. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Physics. 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 Really cool, like, material physics. You get the wood burning. Okay, so basically this weapon is like TPing me back. So I can use that for like going cool mode. Let that burn down. Was that good? Oh, that's electricity. Okay, see. Okay, I got coins. I can kill this guy pretty easily, I think. Yeah, I can even one-shot them. Oh, I one-shotted. I one-shotted him too. Ah, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do that? How do I blah 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 blah. That's my brain. That's my brain when he tries to play games. How? Question. Improve. Never enough. Perfection. At all costs. No shame. Break the shame circle by being too cool. Did I burn this, actually? No, I don't think. It's going to spawn me. Spawn! The TP is cool, but at the same time, I'm not sure. Yup, that's what I had to say. So I suppose I have to go down, right? There's no like real thing I need to explore. It's just like I moved along. I move along and that's pretty much it. Burn these fuckers. Ouch, ouch. Get some coin. I'm on fire. There's poison everywhere because of this bozo. And I died. I guess. I got 6 health. Oh, that's water. Okay, it's actually water I can use. Oh. And I died. We learned a lot of things during this run. We learned every basic things we could have. Progress 8 new. What is this? Enemies. Spells, perks. Bunch of things I could have get. Okay. I quit the game. I left the game. That was not... Guys, we're playing Noita. We're playing Noita today. That's the game we're playing. We're going for some Noita. Noita Moon. New game. New game. So basically, and now I've got another weapon. Okay, so each time is a new run. So there's no like tracking. It's just like go to the max and that's it. Right? Can I slide? That could be cool. If I could just slide. Press C to slimy egg. Slimy egg. What is that? The egg is covered in slime. Let's throw it at someone. You know, let's not just like be dumbasses. There's nothing in the box. One shot at that fool. Burn, because everything is cooler when it burns. I don't have to say it, but I'm going to say it because I feel I could say it if I want to. You know, like I think the thing with my commentary is that I need to be able to be like a good second screen monitor like thingy. I don't think like I have the type of content to be like a one monitor thing. At least when I play these games. And that's the thing. Sometimes I don't think about the consumption of the content. I'm thinking about the creation itself, like what it does to me. But I'm not really thinking about like consumption wise. And that's why I think it's so hard. Oh, there's blood. What the fuck? What does that do? What does blood do? Doesn't do much. Okay. I think that's an item. Okay, mana. We'll see if how can I use that. There's things exploding there. That seems kind of fun. Push the rock, push the rock. That's going to be even funner. Yes. There's a magic wand here. Take it. 16. Oh, it explodes. And I got way more of like the other one too. That seems bad. Yeah, I'm having you on second screen right now. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. Let's see, let's see. Burn everything down. That's what we need. Burn everything down. Oh shit! These fools! These fools! They're exploding everything. He's immune to fire. There's no way. Okay, I killed him. I killed him. So we're good. We're good. It's a bit loud. I cannot hear myself. Okay. I'm in fire! Water, 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 water. There we go. We need to be really careful. I feel now we got the ID clear. But before it wasn't like as clear. Oh, there's an item here. Hell yeah. I have the place for it, so just like take it. New magic wand. These fools are getting like it one shot. Can I hit them? How bad are they, dude? How bad? Dude, you have so much health. Oh, what is this? What is this? Oh, there's lava on the ground now. That's bullshit, dude. Yeah, yeah, get water on the lava. Do we enter? Of course we enter. What do you mean do we enter? Whoa. Hit the rock. Full health regeneration. Spell refreshed. We got a shop. How much money do I have? Oh, 175. Okay, what is this? Explosion of brimstone? Fire bolt? Long distance cast. I'm just going to buy everything that seems cool. Luminous drill. Luminous drill with timer. I have no much money. And I got 40. Let's call it this thing. Spells. What is this? Oh, I can put it there. Oh, I can put this in there. I see. So that's TNT. I got more TNT out of this bitch. So now there's two. Okay, that's interesting for sure. What if we put fire? I don't understand. But this thing has like so many space into it. It's going to cost a lot of energy. But look at that. Electricity immunity. Revenge tentacle. You summon a monstrous tentacle upon damage. And gain 25% against projectiles. Or I could have also like paid for like okay. Revenge tentacle. That seems pretty good. I got this thing I cannot use. Is it too late? Is it too late to like get my spell? I think it's too late. I should have done that before. I didn't think. I didn't know. Reach the coal pit. What? I can hurt myself. Okay, that's bullshit. The spell can actually hurt myself back. That's no. We don't need to hit that. We actually don't. There's no reason to hit that. That was just cool. And it's going to burn this a bit, right? Yeah, it's going under. It's going under. Hopefully. Oh, no, the sand is going... Okay. Because there's a thing there. Sniping! Sniper! I'm on fire, I'm on fire. Okay, there's too much happening. Water me. Water me. Oh, I got it into it. Eggs. Yes, fight my friend. Oh, I killed my friend? I killed my only friend in this world. How strong are they, dude? They like don't die. They don't die. They do so much damage. Explode. Okay. There we go. There we go. No, there's a bunch of... Oh, there's so much lava. I'm going to die again. Water. And no way flies are going to be the thing that's going to kill me, dude. For all the thing, flies. You're telling me flies are going to kill me. I'm going away. I'm going away. I'm playing safe here. I don't care. I don't care. Water. Water. Ooh, water. Oh, I died. Okay. What did we learn? That the second level is pretty hard, and guess we learn about the spells now. You're dead. New game. Noita. Noita. The more time I put in this gaming thing, the more commentary is going to be fine, okay? That it's practice. Like, everything is practice. I cannot be perfect by not doing it. That's for sure. 2 weapon. Okay. Thank you. Oh, look at that. Burst of air 5 times. That's actually kind of interesting. And it's kind of free. I mean, it must be. It must cost a lot of mana. That seems kind of fun. 6 damage. It's not doing that much damage. I think for now I'm going to go simple. It's like more damage the better. What is that? Ambrosia potion? I don't know what that means. I got bleeding. How did I get bleeding out? Bloody gloves protects. Wait, what? What do you think about death penalty? What do you think about the death penalty? I don't know. I think it's an easy way to like categorize people as being we need to get rid of their existence. Like they are not cool enough to be part of us. At the same time, you know, if you really want to torture them, let's make them let's them like rot in prison or some shit. And there's always going to be people that's going to be like, you know, I think we need to, as a society, be careful about how we see death as a thing. Okay, like I'm not that sort of religious that I don't really believe in something after death. So I guess for me, like death has another meaning. Okay, because you get a one shot at it. If you're Catholic or some shit, at least you could believe there's like, maybe there's a second chance, there's another reincarnation. So for me, it's a bit more, you need to be careful with it. But, and for the people that like, it depends. If someone cannot be rehabilitated, but you damn know that the person knows what he did is wrong. Again, like how conscious could you put risk? Anyways, I don't know. I don't know. What do I think about death penalty? I feel like the fact that like I don't believe there's something after death makes it another thing. You know, I'm not going to approach it the same way. I'm pretty sure someone that's like Catholic, even Catholic, you could say, oh, this guy's going to hell. That's even worse than prison. You know, that's going to like make death another thing. I mean, there's not a lot of like faith that say like everyone's going to go to a nice place. There's always like a moral aspect. If you're going to die, you're going to hell or paradise, or going to get a better reincarnation or a worse one. So, what do you think about it, Nick? How about you? I want to hear you. There's so many people that's like, you know, it feels right. I don't remember if it was Ted Bundy that like wanted the death penalty or something. Or was it Jeffrey Dahmer? I don't remember. There was like a famous like dead mass murderer that like had these issues. But like sometimes I believe in like rotting in fucking prison is enough. Because like in some sense, if you're going to kill it, it's kind of like a free pass. It's like, well, now you're not going to suffer. Okay, I'm asking this because I had a discussion today with someone who is very strongly for it. Almost radical, and it was very hard to tackle it. What did he say? That's interesting. What did he say? Because for me, I feel like it's an easy solution. Yeah, so you keep someone alive because money for prison, let's say. But at the same time, it's like, you're keeping him alive. He's going to have to sit in it. Sit in the suffering of his action. If you're going to just kill it, it's like, you get a free pass. Just kill it, you know? Maybe the guy, that's what he wants. Maybe it depends on that too. Maybe it depends on that. Does the person that's like the victim of death penalty wants it or not? Because imagine if you're like a fucker that wants to kill yourself after your crime, after killing so many people, you'll want to kill yourself. So it's like in those situations, you're like, well, I prefer you rot in prison for a while. You know, get a little 20 years of hell, then you'll be free by death. There's a freeing aspect of death. That's a thing too. There's a certain like, yeah. So what does that do? Bloody clothes protects you from fire. Your sense are an increased chance of attacking critical hit. Oh, really? You see, when I'm in blood, I can go into the fire. I didn't know that. Okay, we learn each day. We keep on learning. We're smarter each day. I want to hear the points he said. Ah, what the fuck? I didn't see it. Spread to damage. Mana. What the fuck is that? Plumoxium potion. Ambrosia potion. What is that? If I go into it. You're real confused. Okay? Fresh cream from all 1%. What's that supposed to mean? How did he get me? How did he got me? Nice, I won't complain about that one. I think this is stupid for many reasons. First off, there could be a mistake made by the judge, and there is no coming back from this. And also, I think that penalty is not justice; it's pure revenge. So if if you think killing is wrong, then why would you even ever be for death penalty? Yeah, no, I agree. You could also, it depends like why you're killing. There's clearly a reason of like death penalty as like a revenge thing, but I think like most of the time, it's like it's also like a certain show of power. You know, you show the other criminals that are that bad that they could get like the death penalty and scare them with them. So there's this element too. I think the judiciary system use to like scare a bit more. Um, but yeah, I agree. I don't think it's justice killing someone. I don't think that's called justice. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm more like into the line of like, let's get the guy rot a bit into his like despise. You know, like I feel like an element like that. If you're at the point of like the death penalty, they also depends on the severity. Like who deserves the death penalty and who doesn't. Let's say okay, we agree death penalty is fine. It's not everyone that's going to receive it. It's going to be like the worst of the worst, hopefully. But that's another debate. So there's a lot of like thing about death penalty. Can we map it actually? Can we map this? Okay, so first thing first, there's death penalty. There's a lot of things from your friend too that's like we can explore what he said. Um, it could be the reason. Like there could be more of a like logistic thing. Like who deserves it? You got a point. If you accept death penalty, then your lives as a whole becomes less valuable because somebody can just take it away. That's not what I'm saying, but there. That's not really what I'm saying. I don't think so. You got a point. If you accept death penalty, then your lives as a whole becomes less valuable because somebody can just take it away. And from the criminal. Reason. I don't know where to really explore it. From the criminal. But I guess I see what you're saying. If we're willing to make death, I mean it feeds into like how we define what is death. Like if your society doesn't think death is as bad, it's not going to be like matter as much. Like if you go into like ISIS doesn't see death as a problem. So for them, the death penalty is something like way more frequent. You can just be like against them and you deserve the death penalty. You know what I'm saying? But here, that's what I say by logistic thingy. The severity of the crime. The severity of a crime. Severity of the crime. There's also like that was this thing. I'm not sure how to organize the words here, but the sense of justice. By giving death penalty, are we really giving the sense of justice, or are we just like indulging into vengeance? Because at the end of the day, if you're going to use the death penalty, there's also this element of like, are we really tackling a sense of justice, or are we tackling a sense of vengeance? Put it there, like. In some sense, it's cheap. It's cheap, you know. You just have to get rid of the body, which is like you know, devalue life itself. Death becomes an option. You know, there's a thing. It moves the sensibilities. It's still extreme, but it moves the sensibilities. Like, even for the worst criminal, we're not really like willing to torture them. Even if prison is already like pretty bad. We're not actually torturing them. That, you know, that much, let's say. What did your friend say? Uh the mistakes. I mean severity of the crime. So that's where like I guess it's more about the logistic thing. It's like if your system is not well made, you could be like mistakes. But I don't think that's more about the death penalty, but more about the judiciary system not being able to or organize properly its criminals. You know? Like if your system is like making mistakes, and the mistakes are at the point where the people that deserve death penalty are there by mistakes, maybe it's also like your whole system is at fault. I mean, it's an authoritarian way. The state gets much control for over us. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, true. Yeah, yeah, true. And that Foucault said something about that. The state control the sensibilities there. Like I don't. Oh, that's where I wish I could have been way better at tackling this thing, because like you could say like there's a domination thing there that I'm not sure quite how to say with prisons and how it evaluates its people. And so let's make this clean a bit. Boop, boop, boop. He didn't really say anything valuable, but rather yakking some right-wing bullshit that if someone kills, they should be also be killed. Yeah, but that's because their way they tackle justice is not the same way. They clearly tackle justice into like a vengeance way, but like if for you you see death as something that's like a right. That's the thing. It becomes like more hard because for them it's like a right way to punish. And you're right. It's a way to like accept death as a punishment. Death becomes justice served. But that's where I like you said, there's a way to that can just open the door to get that sensibilities into another way. You know, even if I don't think it's pretty, that limit is pretty like stable. You could say that if you're going to kill, give death penalty to the worst criminals, one day maybe you'll have to give people that are a bit less problematic the death penalty. And it opens the door to also like the quality of life. If you're going to keep people in prison, but they're going to have like the death penalty open to us, do we have to give like more quality to the prisoners? I think it's more about that thing. I think it's like, how do we tackle criminality? How do people that are in prisons deserve to be treated? And I think the death penalty is just like one of the way you could have sensibilities over these people. You know, like I think there's like a link to how we see criminality as a thing, as prisoners. What do prisoners deserve to have for justice? And it goes back to justice. Does that deserve a well sense of justice? You can't just kill a person like that. They might lost their parents early on and live in poverty. And yeah, no, I agree. That's why I think it's way more complex than that. And the death penalty seems a bit simple. It seems like a simple logistic way of just like dealing with the worst things. It's cheap, dude. It cheaps. It makes for a great show for scaring. But no, of course, it doesn't really tackle the people, the prisoner as it is. Can't judge all people by the same measure. No, you cannot. But you could like it be like if it's wrong enough, get the death penalty. I don't know how to tackle this. I feel like it's a logistic thing. I think it's like if the system is going to tackle some prisoners or some criminals or really heavy criminals into like the death penalty, it's like there's a thing there that I'm not quite sure how to point out. I feel like it's really linked to like the logistic of like how the system sees prisoners and justice. Like in the best world, like you said, we would like look at the criminals the way you did. Look at the trajectory they have. How much other circumstances are actually making them the way they are. But like, there's going to be like criminality. The criminals are going to be like way off. They're going to be like way too narcissistic, way too psychopathic. Like, people like serial killers. How do we deal with serial killers? What is justice served for people like serial killers? At least for our society, I think that's people that you associate with the death penalty. I don't think people are going to agree on putting the death penalty over anything. I think most of the people that talk about death penalty is for serial killers. Maybe you could like have a say about like, I wouldn't be that surprised for serial killers. But like you could like have a slip upon the definition of who deserves the death penalty. Like, oh, do terrorists deserve that? It's one thing serial killers in your own country, but terrorists, do we put them there? So I guess like another way to like tackle death penalty, and it goes back to the logistic, I suppose, is who deserves it? Who deserves it? And it's kind of what I'm saying with the severity of the crime. So I think like the question itself is really linked to that. So if are you going to like have the same reason for a serial killer? I mean, still you can put them in jail and let them rot there. And yeah, I prefer that thing. I think it's more just if you're going to have a serial killer to tackle it that way. Like just take like again, serial killer for what reason? I don't think that's going to be a bit macabre. But like I don't think like people that are in gang war should be tackled the same way as like a Jeffrey Dahmer type. So you see so even inside of like serial killers, there's going to be like a lot of types, you know what I'm saying? I don't think people that are from gangs should be treated the same way as someone from like that's a Jeffrey Dahmer type. I don't know how they tackle gang wars, but like, you know what I'm saying? Imagine like someone in a gang that's like I don't know. I don't know. But like you said, I prefer the option of like they rot in prison. They have to sit in their punishment. But some people are going to say, oh, it's not enough. Death is enough. So for example, killing an innocent person, but only Onk, not a serial killer. What do you mean? What do you mean by innocent people? I feel like gang wars, like there's like a context around like there's a war, there's tension. That like you got like once. So for example, killing an innocent person once only, but only once. There's also that thing. When I talk about serial killer, is like people that strive for killing a lot of people. I don't think people that I don't know how the law see murderers, and it depends on the country. Murder law. What is it? This is the one criminal code. That's it. That's interesting. That's Canada though, but it should be. It's probably like the same way everywhere. It's basically murder the first degree or murder second degree murder. Murder the first degree murder is when it's planned. So it depends. Probably if you're like if you can prove it's it's deliberate, it's like another thing. But again, it depends. Like if it's deliberate, you're going more into like why is it deliberate? Someone in a gang war has another reason as a Jeffrey Dahmer type that's just doing killing innocent people for fun. But then again, how do you prove it's deliberate? I mean, that's the thing. Now you become like the job of like jurist and the judge and the law itself and like probably like lawyers and stuff like that, which is really interesting. But that's where you need to start having like actual political opinions upon the frame of work of certain organs of inner society. It's like that's where you always go precise and precise because that's where you need to understand like how lawyers tackles their own job to understand how does someone fits into like something as deliberate. And that's the thing with law. Like how large is that? It feels like the DSM in psychology when we tackle the DSM, like you know the criteria to have like a psychopathology. One of the reason that's like really bad for the DSM is that it's kind of large. Like one symptom can be like multiple reason. One symptom can arise for multiple reason, but if it's there, it's the mark, even if it's not from the same place. So same here. Like it's planned and deliberate, but like I'm not sure if someone in a gang is going to be treated the same way as someone with a context of like Jeffrey Dahmer. But maybe it does. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. I'm sorry for bringing your peaceful stream. No, it's interesting. I love this. I love this. I never have the opportunity to get into law. We have like an extreme case of like death penalty, but sometimes you need like these extreme cases to just have a first step into like something. You know, these things are like the extreme that makes you comprehend really easily because like you're extreme. Like we're talking about murder, like everyone can agree it's wrong, but it shows you a bit the process behind. Like there's probably like a lot of like other law that are like way more clear. You know, I don't think it's like there's a big gray zone here. The gray zone is really like specific. Because there's probably a law that are like way more yeah. Without limiting the general contracted murder. You see, they don't even put it the same way. Classification of murder. Murder of peace officer. Irrespective of whether the murder is planned and deliberate of the part of person. So you see, when it's a cop, there's another thing. Hijacking, sexual assault, and kidnapping. Irrespective of whether the murder is planned or deliberate on the part of any person, murder is first degree murder in respect of a person when the death is caused by the person while committing or attempting to commit an offense under one of the following section: hijacking, sexual assault, aggravated. So, oh my god. So if someone tries to sexual assault someone, if they kill them, they get they get deliberate murder. That's crazy. I didn't know that. You know what's ridiculous for me? The way Christians are so for death penalty, but when it comes to abortion, their opinion turns around. I don't think it's the same situation. I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I don't think it's the same situation. One is about criminals that are like really bad that killed a lot of people, and the other one is about like a baby, but because for them it's a baby. They see it as like a human being. The definition of what is alive and where is the soul is not the same way. I don't think it's like the same type of people. It's two different situations. So I don't think it's that surprising. I think it makes sense. I don't think it's the same situation, same context. It context is different enough to like make death be defined into another way. You know, once it's just a baby that's like not even born yet, even if the soul is there. For Christians, it's probably that, right? The other one is someone that's like I did a lot of crime already, kill a lot of people, and is probably not able to be rehabilitated. There's this value, added value that's like different in these two contexts. Criminal harassment. Irrespective of whether the murder is planned and deliberate or the part of any person, murder in first degree, murder, death, blah 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 blah. Criminal organization. Oh, you see? terrorist activity. They put like a little .1 criminal organization, irrespective of whether a murder is planned or deliberate of the person murder. It's first degree murder when the death is caused by the person. The death is caused by the person while committing or attempting a commit offense under this or any blah, 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 blah. Any other act of parliament for the benefit of a direction of an association. So you see, there's still first attempt murder, but they make like a little side thing. They're like, oh, by the way, if it's a criminal organization, you have these things. Intimidation. Irrespective of whether murder is planned or whether the person murder is first. It's like a DSM. Like now I'm really questioning the people that made the DSM 3 when they start having like the different contexts, different types of things. What did they say? And what if the baby becomes a serial killer? And what if the guy who's about to be killed would save people? You have to stick to one. No, you don't. Most babies, if we agree that like people that are not born yet, you know, it always depends on the moms too. But like, let's say the baby. No, most of people are not serial killers. Yeah, you're going to have kids even if there's a slight chance that they become like serial killers. It's the same shit. Well, the killer has already like a really bad net negative in this world, you know? Maybe you could save people, but like they're so rare that I don't think it's going to change the balance, you know? I don't think you have to stick to one. I think it makes sense for like a Christian that thinks that way to tackle this situation that way. I wouldn't see it as like something that's like not, that doesn't make sense. For me, it makes sense. Do I agree with it? No, because like I define where the soul starts and how death is and what death brings to the person differently. But if I work with those frame, it makes sense. Like if okay, like I could see like the soul start there. If it starts there, yeah, I should be able, yeah. All murder that is not first degree murder is secondary murder. Can we see? Whoa! Wait, their full criminal code is just there. Offense against public order. What does that mean? Treason and other offense against the Queen's authority. The Queen! Oh no! Why is it the Queen? Oh my god, I'm so Canadian. To me, there's no difference at all. Why would you take away someone's life but save a baby? Because, let me think for a second. There's a certain element of like, again, we need to go back to how they define death. Death is going to be less bad for them, you know, if the amount of experience you got from your life is a net positive. You know? There's people for them that deserve more of the death. That's the thing. I feel like you tackle death as something that is equal for everyone. No matter your life, death has the same implication. But I think for a lot of people, like these people, probably like Christian, like you said, if your life has a net positive, let's say you saved people or you didn't live it yet, death is going to be way worse than if your life has been bad. So for them, it's like it depends on like the type of life you live through. Someone that's like isn't born yet but has a soul, the death is not going to be valued the same way as someone that's like lived a life but did it like the wrong way. And it doesn't matter what the killer has done. If we agree that killing is wrong, then we shouldn't kill at all. Yeah, I agree, but again, it's like going, it's like, but does that rule? You know, you're going for like, you know, I could respect that. Like for you, it's like no, it doesn't matter. Everyone's going to be applied by the rule the same way, you know. But like for a Christian, I suppose it's like no, but like you can like value the life, if you did good deeds, if you did bad deeds. Your life isn't going to be valued the same way, and it kind of goes into like this sort of heaven hell mentality too. Because at the end, when you're going to die, you're going to go against God. God is going to be the final judge, and so for them, I think they tackle what is life that way. When for me and for you, kinda having more atheist approach to death. Everyone has one life. Every life is kind of the same because death at the end of the day is like the same thing for everyone. It doesn't matter where you're from, death is like the final blow. So there's a universal thing about it. So it makes sense to value the death of a aberration the same way as someone as a death penalty. But it can be twisted. Like Christian could be saying that to you too. Or you're like, well, you're willing to kill babies, but you're not willing to kill serial killers. It shows more about you, dude. They could like have like the reverse too. I mean, this is very applicable. They try to save people so badly, and yet they want to kill. Yeah, but I don't think for a Christian they see those situations the same way. I think there's clearly not the same severity. But what you're going to do with that severity is going to be like how you're going to tackle if death is right or not. You know what I'm saying? I think like there's those two people are two different severity. One hasn't lived his life yet and has no probably not a lot of chance to become a serial killer. Like most of the time they just have normal life. The other one is someone that's like his life is like has really bad deeds. The severity is that to me they're not babies. No, I know. For me, neither. I think like there's like a limit of like when something is like not having a soul. You know, and I think like most aberration is like are like really early on. You know what I'm saying? Most aberration is like are like in the first weeks or something. The first couple of weeks when there's like not much going on. I agree with you. But for a Christian, they're going to say there's a soul, and that's where it's kind of hard to like say no or yes because you're like, yeah, I could see you. I could see if you're putting a soul at this point. You know, it's hard because it's these things that are like it's faith based. You know, it's fate that you're putting the soul there. For me, like I put it a bit later on. It's like even like I believe in aberration. Even if your kid is like, he has like a, what is it? Trisomie 21. You know when you don't have the thing. I'm not against aberration per se, especially when it's early on. I'm getting icky when it's like later on, but like most aberrations are not during that period. So you need to also always work through the sensibilities they have. And if you work with their sensibilities, it makes sense. With their picture, it makes sense. It's cohesive, And the foundation sensibilities are upon faith. It's like where you put your soul, how you tackle what it is to have a life. For a Christian, you probably see it as like having a good deeds or having bad deeds. Yeah, that's true. You can't do anything when faith comes in. But yeah, that's the thing. It becomes really hard. It's like I agree. I put like the line somewhere else, but like for a soul, there's science is not going to answer that much. Like you could have like more organs, but like at the end of the day, it's like soul. So yeah, offense against public order. What is high treason? Everyone commit high treason. We in Canada kills, Levi's war. So don't do war against Canada. That's pretty. Use violence. Minimum punishment. Corroboration. That's really sick. They have to learn so much. But it's basically the DSM. I had to learn my DSM kind of like that. Just go through it. You have a bunch of points. Every disorder is like 10 things. That's kind of cool. I've never been to go through this. Is there anything else? DSM? What is this? It's not. It's kind of bad that we don't have like a free PDF. Maybe I can find it. It's the psychology. Is it? Does that work? Please, 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 don't tell me I need something. Just let me go through the PDF. It's the book for psychopathologies. The thing for your mental health. So basically that's where they define what it means to have like depression, what it means to have like a personality. Oh look, the next after an ad. Oh my god, that's so cancer. There we go. Oh, that's yeah, that's interesting. And I had to learn it in one of my class. It's actually fun. I didn't mind it. It's just like it was like there's a lot of like by art stuff. I had to learn like a borderline. I could tell you what I kind of had to learn. I went through the most things, but that's a DSM-4. They changed it. Personality disorders. Let's see. I love those. They got rid of a bunch. They tried to get rid of narcissists. It didn't went through. They got rid of one of these two. I don't remember which one. They got rid, I think, of like most schizoid personality. It kind of changed. They got rid of histrionic. It always depends because like some people don't even use a DSM. They're going to be like, I'm going to use something else. So there are definite, yeah, there are definition. But look at that. If we go to like borderline, that's the one I studied like all year because that's my little favorite one. My little borderline people. I love them so much. Um, Paranoid, that's schizoid. Those are differential, schizotypical. I have no clue. Okay, basically, borderline are people that have like difficulties dealing with their emotions, and they don't have like a real sense of self. So they kind of turn into like addicting relationship. They become like the crazy girlfriend. Too much emotions, a lot of up and downs. Their identity is not well formed, so they have like difficulties like tackling their own emotion, regulation, but also like other people and perceptions. So they get into like dynamics of addiction with other people because their partner becomes the person that deals with your own emotions. They're really like suicidal too. Think about like the white girl that cuts itself, usually borderline, because like it's just like problems with the regulation of emotions. It's caused by a lot of reason. Borderline, here we go. That seems to be quite common. Yeah. I don't remember. There's like 5%. There's like more girls that has it. We hear about it because girls are just more prone to talk about their feelings just because they grew up as girls. As a society, we put these standards of like when you're a girl, you need to be more talking about your emotions. So you hear more from girls, but like technically, people say that it's like there's as much guys. It's just guys. The way we get raised, we don't talk about our feelings, so we never go into like therapy for it. But is it common? I mean, it's not as common as you think it is, but it is common. You'll get like a bunch of people as it, and also it's like the thing with borderline is that it's that one person disorder that's like it kind of is everything at the same time. Like it can has a lot of color, and there's like a lot of comorbidity. Oh boy, when you have like multiple pathologies at the same time. So when you have like a problem, usually borderline is going to be there too. And I feel as a society we hear a lot about this thing too. But it could possibly cause something like trauma, bad environment. There's a lot of reason. They never know like per se what causes it. But like a lot of like issue of like sexual assault. Like as kids, they grew up with that bad environment, a lot of trauma, physical abuse, mental abuse. Basically, is that when you grew up, you didn't have the chance to uh, make your identity. You didn't have the chance to make. You didn't have the chance to make your own identity all built, and it kind of followed you. So when you were a kid, at a point, you're supposed to get a full identity where others are not the one they're going to regulate your emotions because you learn how to tackle your own emotions. But people with borderline, they're kind of stuck in that zone. They're kind of stuck in the zone where they cannot deal with their own emotion themselves. They never had the space, they never had the sensibilities from their parent, they never had the environment where they were able to crystallize themselves into a way where they can regulate themselves correctly. And so they live with that dynamic. They live until they go to therapy, they live with that sort of dynamic, which makes a lot of like bad problems when they go into relationship. And now they see people do. And I find the prevalence. Personality disorder is estimated to be 2%. 2% of people has it. 2% of people has it, but like look at that. 30 to 60% of people with personality disorders as borderline. So in people that has personality disorders, like most people, it's almost like half of them as borderline. And how does therapy tackles it? There's multiple ways. One of my favorite ones is TCC. It's basically one of the problem with your with borderline is that their identity is not able to have nuance. They're always going to be black and white. They're always going to see things themselves included as like a thing that's like not complex. It's a simple I'm good or I'm bad. My partner is good or is bad. There's not really like a gray zone into the way they tackle stuff. There's never a gray zone, especially when they go into emotions. When they go into emotions, it's even worse. The gray zones stop existing. People with borderline is going to have a real problem mentalizing gray zones. So one of the thing they try to do with TCC, I'm starting to worry that I have it. Don't worry. I think that's the thing. Like everyone is somewhere into it, but people with BPD is like severe, really severe. Okay, it's like really bad severity. And again, I think like that way of not having like gray zoning. Again, it's hard to like say. You don't show. No, I see. It's like it's more complex than that, and I'm not sure how to really explain it into like a nice way. You calm me down. Yeah. Don't get too self-diagnostic. Don't get too self-diagnostic. If you have a lot of problems in your relationship, go try maybe like talk to a psychiatrist. You could be interested into that. You know, they're going to be way better than me to tackle what type of personality you have if actually you have problems. You know. So yeah, where was I? So the therapy they usually do is that TCC. One of the thing is like inspired by Zen Buddhism, which is fucking is sick. Like I think that the girl that like built the TCC thing was big into like koans, and like that sort of like radical accepting. So basically, when you're in therapy with that sort of like frame, you want to be able to accept whatever is going through you, so you can like center yourself into that thing and work upon that thing afterwards. I could like you know what? Give me a second. I'm going to bring my my thing. I have a lot of notes. It's just like it kind of got out of my head. Give me a second. Here we go. There we go. Everything is in there. Everything about the borderline. Okay, so basically, there's like multiple therapy, but the one that's like really struck me is like the TCC because it's kind of cool. That I find it's basically you can take. No, is it that one? Psychothérapie sur le transfert. It's kind of it, but it's not the same thing. There's multiple way you can like tackle borderline. Where's the? Give me a second. Borderline, structural. Where did I put it? Maybe it's that one. Très cool. Oh no, that was the organisation. Thérapie dialectique comportementale DBT. Oh, it's DBT. It's not TCC. It's TCC. Okay. So the first element with
DBT, thérapie dialectique comportementale, is that, like I said, we go back to like the idea of Buddhism, Zen Buddhism, and you want to be able to like sit into the feeling, even if they're bad, and accept it, accept how it is, because like the first step before changing yourself is to accept that it is there, because you don't want to like just change. You want to first be able to like accept how it is and really be able to tackle it like it's your own self, because otherwise you're going to be scared of it. That's the thing. If you have like a bad pattern you're scared of, or you're ashamed or whatever, you're not really accepting the feeling. You're not really sitting in there and like being able to live it and being able to like see for what it is. That's why accepting how everything you are is important, because that permits you to see the bad pattern how it is. So this is the one you're interested in the most, or there are some other ones that you find? I like this type of therapy because like I'm big into Buddhism, and there's like Buddhist element to it, but there's the other one that's like a bit more like, let's call it hardcore. That's it's really just their guy is basically trying to find when there's like paradox. That's the idea there. Each time you find a place of someone talking and it's really black and white, because it's not going to be everything, you know. There's going to be sector of their person, especially when it's emotional, I suppose, that is going to feel way black and white into how they're saying they're going to explain things, you know. And with that one, the other therapy is that each time you see that, you kind of point it out. You're like, you say that your parents is like was really loving as a kid, but now you're telling me that you always wanted to leave the as soon as possible. Can you explain me about that? So there you could have an element that's like paradoxical. In one side, the client says that they always love their parent, they have a good childhood, and another time they're going to say that they always wanted to leave as soon as possible. You acknowledge it, yeah, kind of. You interpret it, and you kind of help go through those bridge. The role of the clinician is going to build a bridge between those elements. It's like those two reality can coexist. You could enjoy your parents, but at the same time, I want to leave as soon as possible. You can bridge it, and that's your job as a clinician. Because the more you're going to be able to have these bridge made, the more the person is going to have a cohesiveness upon their own identity. It's like building those bridge. If I understand correctly, that's going to be able to help with seeing your perception of yourself or others. But that thing, what I'm talking about, like, of like um, analoging paradox into the person, also comes into like the DBC, because like the DBC adds another element of accepting how it is to change it afterwards. But there is a thing about pointing out those paradox. They call it being a bit like the devil's advocate. You know, you push the person into those ways. It's one of the reason. But for the DBD, they add the other things. If you're going to find a paradox or something that doesn't make sense, you're going to try to like stretch that perception. Try to stretch that perception to its limit. Try to like make it like break a bit. You know, of like I don't have an example. You try to extend the paradox to like its logical extent. You know, you have someone with you. Make sure that person like understand like, you know, how it is kind of doesn't make too much sense. You know, like gently, like all the time. You need to be gently, and that's part of the relationship you have to build with the client. You know, those things are emotionally hard, especially if you want something more intense, which I kind of enjoy. I feel for guys at least, guys would enjoy having like a real. I don't know for girls, but like, you know, therapy for guys that they're like intensive, emotionally intensive. I would fuck with that. I would fuck with that. I don't see that a lot. I'm seeing someone and sometimes it's like I don't know. Maybe it's my style. Maybe guys could enjoy this more, like intense emotional work. Or I don't know where to look at that. You know, like make it seem like you're working at the gym for guys. You're like, no, it's got going to the gym. It's supposed to like feel bad, but they tackle it like maybe not that way, which is you know they have more of a gentle approach, which is healing. You know, sometimes you want a space where you feel loved and you feel accepted, and that's healing by itself. But I feel sometimes for guys, because guys we grew up into a certain way, it could be cool too to like have like a more intense thing. Like you know that's why I kind of like stoicism in some sense, because stoicism has an aspect of like tackling your own psyche into more of a hardcore way. Buddhism to an extent too. You know, here the Buddhism is like kind of approach into like a more peaceful way, which it is, but there's probably a way of twisting it, or Hinduist, maybe even like Christian as a way to tackle the psyche that's like also maybe a bit more active. Let's call it active and workout. Anyways, 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 interesting, right? Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. I love this. I love this. I found it really interesting. That class was one of my favorite class I ever took. Okay, let's game for a while, and I'm going to go because I've been like streaming for 2 hours. I enjoyed going into the these things too. You know the civil code. That was interesting. The civil code, criminal code, terrorism. Which I'm going to keep it. I think when I'm going to like do some more political analysis here, I kind of want the criminal code, because like at the end of the day, the judge is always going to finish at the law. You know, you could have like the person, like you know, the public judge. You know what as a society we think, but at the end of the day, the law is the law. Thank you for the lecture. That was very interesting. Cool. I hope I wasn't too hard to understand. I feel like I keep seeing it, but like because English is not my first language, I'm not as good with words. In French, I could have like aced that. What about bullying? I keep like, because like weirdos online keep like using like firearm, offense, sexual offense, public moral and disorder, sexual offense, offenses tending to corrupt morals. What? Every person commits an offense who makes, prints, publishes, distributes, circulates, or has in their possession for the purpose of publication, distribution, and circulation any obscene written matter, picture, model, photograph, record, or any other obscene thing. Like what? Defense of public good. Obscene publication. Is there any other disorder that you find particularly interesting? I mean, I like the personality things because like I like how to tackle personalities as like a system. I like thinking about like, oh, there's the identity, and then there's the emotional regulation, and then there's a planification element. There's the cognitive element too. There's, you know, there's the senses. I like this approach because it's really logistic. You know, there's like a lot of like little smart parts there. So I like personality traits, disorders, because they're more of like a whole thing. It's like your whole circuit. Your whole organization is a bit bad. Do I like other stuff? I mean, I feel like when I tackle like depression and stuff like that, I didn't have the same curiosity as for personality disorders. But I mean, it's still interesting. If it lets me. Can I? I mean, ADHD is fun. But at the same time, ADHD, there's like an element to it that's like really organizational. You know? Because ADHD touched everything. Um, I mean, soon I'm going to like start a new work, but like I feel like there's like this thing oppositional disorder that seems interesting. Defiant disorder in kids, especially because I hope I'm going to work with these kids. Persistent hostility, extreme anger, and frequent defiance towards authority figures, like the kids we saw in that one the documentaries in those schools. They technically they are not ADHD. They are oppositional defiant disorder. What are you currently taking in school? I mean, I'm finished with school right now. Like I said, I'm done with my first baccalaureate, my first bac, where I did like sociology at the same time as psychology. But right now, I'm going to go for all my psychology class that I don't have because I was doing sociology at the same time. And because I have like a background in sociology, I kind of have to like put myself more into like the psychology, social psychology. So learn more about dynamics. So hopefully I'm going to be able to tackle like families and stuff like that because like there's culture that emerge out of it, groups dynamics. You know, because that is really easy to tackle with sociology at the same time. Okay, cool. But I like the clinician work. I really enjoy the clinician work. I like that sort of work because there's like so much stuff going on. It's really interesting. It's spiritually. So you're studying with both psychology and sociology? I was. But I'm done with that thing. And right now I'm just going to go for psychology because there's no job in sociology. Sociology, I'm so glad I took sociology. Like it's been one of my best mistake of I ever did. But at the same time, there's no job for that. But like sociology is the best thing ever because it makes you understand the culture and like how culture moves, how people relate to the culture. That I really feel psychology doesn't have yet. When it's like so important, especially when we live in democracy where we're supposed to be like part of the thing. Sociology is like the perfect glue, in my opinion. It's also like academic. It's like just a beautiful science that we don't hear a lot. It's like that sort of science that makes you like able to tackle anything. Through sociology, I'm able to tackle justice. I'm able to tackle politics. I'm able to tackle philosophy and psychology. You know, at the end of the day, I really love sociology. It's like for that art. Oh, I love schizophrenia. Schizophrenic, you know, schizophrenic. I love this thing. People that like their reality just breaks. I love that. I love these like sort of like of things too. Yeah, I think that's another thing I'm really curious. You know, people that become like delirium. So I guess dementia could be there. Amnestic. I think that's people that like have difficulties with food. I think the thing with schizophrenia is just like it's the severity. Every disorder has like a distortion of reality in some sense. They have perception that is going to be distorted. But like schizophrenic is like they get like to another level. Oh, schizophrenia is interesting. Yeah, they get yeah. I didn't do a lot of classes upon that thing though. But it's a types of people that really interest me. Yeah, interest me. What causes it? I don't know. Most of the time, they say it's like your brain is not able to like make friction of connection. You know, like someone that's like schizophrenic is going to have like have all these crazy theories because like a lot of reasons. First thing first, I think like your identity is like basically non-existent. You're one with the world, and that's why you make like weird connection out of everything. Yourself doesn't end at yourself. Usually, when you hear your feelings, you know your feelings are from you, and you know that if there's a sound outside of you, it's not you that created it. But people with schizophrenia, that's why they get into like spirituality and all this stuff, is the world itself is kind of an extension of them. So something that happens outside of you is going to be something that's like going to be too correlated to yourself because like you never were successful as making something for yourself. So the world outside of you is you, which is really weird and trippy to think about. And then there's also the thing that you keep making connection about everything. Like, I don't know, it must be like dopamine or I don't know what. But that's why they have like crazy like conspiracy theory and like things that doesn't make sense. And they have like that sort of like salad language they call it, where they just say a bunch of words that makes no sense. Just because the way they tackle the world, their sensibilities is all distorted so badly. That language itself is like broken down. You know? So whatever reason, they just don't have an organization. It's so bad. They work upon like an organization that doesn't make sense. It's disorder like 10,000. The world outside of you is not existent. There's no like, the world becomes an extension of you. So that's why like you make like crazy connection. You're going to watch a TV. Maybe schizophrenia is not as bad. You have hallucination too. That I forgot. You have hallucination too. So that doesn't help at all too. Because imagine you have like stuff you're not even sure if it's in the world or not. You're already like struggling with meaning, and then your brain decides to add a bunch of like sounds and stuff to it too. So it's not enough to just like make connection about how things are and make connection. You need to add another like fucking now you have like hallucinations. You make it sound cool. I want to start studying psychology now, Lamau. I mean, look, take the class. I mean, I don't know if you have a class, but like try it, dude. Try it. You might like enjoy it. You might enjoy it. There's a lot. There's a lot. You know what? Look at this guy. Why are you going to play chess? I want you to look at this one guy named. He's been like one of the guy I've been following a lot. I got like 2 channels you could watch, okay? For psychology. Their first one is LT Gamer GG. I've been following this guy for a long time. And even if right now his type of content has shifted a bit, there's like a lot of like interesting things about psychology. He's a psychiatrist, so he has more of like a biology approach to psychology that I have less, because I approach psychology more upon like cultures and how culture shapes us. But he has more like a medicine approach. Like, so he's going to talk more about like, dopamine, what it means to have dopamine and stuff like that. That I don't really approach that much because I'm not really that thing. But right now he has a lot of cool stuff. If you go to older stuff, he also like did this thing about talking to like streamers. But he kind of stopped because he had like a bad experience. Like, you see, you remember Osmongold 5 years ago. That's how long I know these streamers, okay? That's how long I've been like into like this Twitch sphere. That's the same guy I've been like. He wasn't political at the time, okay?
Do a Discord call. It's completely fine.
Okay. And so, what's your name, friend?
Shit, 5 years ago. Yeah, I remember like this 5 years ago. That's where I first met like LT Gamer GG. But yeah, 5 years ago, Asmin wasn't the same. He got a political like shift, He got a bit of radicalization, and he should watch that one documentary LT Gamer, like Channel 5 did. So that's the first one I highly suggest you if you want to get more into psychology. The other one I really enjoy, way more academic, way more like what do you expect, because like Dr. K has like a content vibe, he's approachable, he's approachable for how he teach psychology. But if you want more of a normal like psychology approach, like someone that's like you feel is it feels like he's working there. It's a psychology in Seattle. I really enjoy that too. It's more podcast, but it's more academic. Like I said, like you're going to go there, it's going to tell you what's going to be. He's going to talk about Mormon hate, Seattle complaints, and other stuff. Existential psychology. He's not going like. He's really academic. He's going to talk about the disorder. He's going to talk about the psychology of. Oh, you see Columbine. That's interesting. Like these school shooters. So 2 different things, 2 different vibes. How they tackle psychology. 2 different things. I highly suggest you. I think what's his name again? Dr. Kirk has more of an approach of a couple counseling. He has an approach more of like personality disorders. That I think Dr. K has more of a like Eastern philosophy approach of like, oh, the ego, Buddhism, Hinduism, but also like psychiatry. I like this better. This one. I suggest you like looking at both. They have two like really interesting approach to stuff. This one is more academic. So at least this one, like I feel, is more useful for me that is in psychology. While LT Gamer GG with Dr. K is more approachable when you're like a bit less into that. Thanks for that. I'll check them out. Yeah, check them out, dude. I'll put both into the chat. Put them like somewhere. And LT Gamer. I'll stop streaming too. Okay, there are two professional crushes I have. Okay, I'm gonna stop here now. Okay, that was fun, dude. Nice conversation. I enjoyed that tangent. That was actually really interesting. So yeah, have a good one, dude. Take care. Love you, brother. Goodbye.